And in this piece in particular, you see all the scales of the burning, but there's that one person who is just so fearful, but who still has hope. Hi, I'm Daniel Afonso, and I'm the choral director for the Modesto Symphony Orchestra Chorus. We are going to perform Mozart's Requiem on May 12th and 13th. And I'm here to talk to you a little bit about the Requiem and what it's all about and how it's been preparing this beautiful work of music. Mozart's Requiem is one of those works that has been the subject of a lot of talk, a lot of gossip, a lot of folk tales. There have been plays written about it. There's a lot of fiction written about this because, as most people know, the Requiem is Mozart's last work. It was the last thing that he was writing right before he died. He died really very young, in his mid-30s, and had just received the commission to write this piece, but he wasn't able to finish. See, the person who commissioned Mozart to write the piece wanted to present the piece as his own. This was a very young nobleman from Vienna whose wife had died about 6 months before, and so he wanted this piece to be performed at an upcoming funeral that would be for her. In the contract that he had and he sent to Mozart, it was an offer for Mozart not to reveal that he had written the work because, as most people at the time thought, the count, the nobleman, wanted to present the work as his own. It's very likely, with a lawyer and everything, it's very likely that Mozart very well knew who had ordered the piece, but because of the extra cash offered for his silence, he had promised not to reveal who had written the work. So I think Mozart was incredibly successful. There are some moments in the piece when, if you close your eyes, you can actually picture certain things. Some people refer to the Requiem as a very theatrical work because it really makes you think and feel and hear things in a way that's like, wow, yeah, that really makes me think of a day of desperation, right? Like, the Dies Irae, which is the section when we talk about Judgment Day, the day of wrath, when things will be burning, and everybody, the dead will come back, to life, to be judged and all of that. And the music is really, really powerful. It's very, very strong. There's another section, famous, from the record called the Lacrimosa, in which the text says that on that day of the judgment, people will come back and crying and asking to be redeemed, and the music is very it's very heartfelt expression, of, when they sing that, and we've been talking about that in the chorus quite a bit. It's important to remember that during the time of Mozart, when he was alive, during, writing this music, we didn't have movies, right? And we didn't have, photography yet. Music was always meant to create a response from the listener that was sensorial, right? You're hearing music, but you also want to imagine and see things and feel things, The music is really very colorful and really very powerful. There is a chance that you may not leave the theater humming a melody or, singing to something that you just heard, but you will definitely leave the theater feeling, this beautiful emotional experience that you just had, with lots of ups and downs and things that's going to make you really focus and pay attention, and other things that you're just going to surprise you during the concert. There will be moments when you might even giggle a little bit for something that is just very contrasting, So I think there's going to be a lot of surprises and a really interesting roller coaster of sorts of emotions and different things that you're going to experience during the work. I hope to see you on May 12th and 13th at the Gallo Center for the Arts when the Modesto Symphony Orchestra and Chorus will perform Mozart's Requiem. See you there.